Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today's crypto project in focus is Aave, the open source and non-custodial money market protocol and its corresponding crypto Lend, which is currently ranked 33rd on the list of cryptos based on circulating market cap. Before talking more about the crypto and Aave, a quick summary of what is in store for today's video. In a nutshell, I will talk more about Lend and its historical performance, an intro to DeFi as this ties in with Aave, what is Aave and Lend, key features and use cases, some relevant news, ways to store and purchase your tokens, two price analyses, and a general market update. And this must be said, the opinions expressed in this video are from either myself and or the authors included throughout it. As a result, these may not reflect the views of Aave, and this is not an official Aave video. Additionally, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and none of this is paid advertising. Okay, back to the crypto prices. If we look at Lend, it's been doing really well in recent months, especially over the past 12 months. It's up 61 times its price 12 months ago. In spite of this 14% drop over the past 24 hours, it is very close to hitting a new all-time high. The current one, according to these data here at Coin Paprika, 44 cents per Lend. It is doing exceptionally well compared to its all-time low back in August and September at 0.3 of a cent. So that is a huge price increase. It will be interesting to see if this could continue this incredible momentum. A lot of promise behind it. Let's see what happens. Before specifically talking about Aave, I want to touch on what is called decentralized finance, or DeFi. This is, in a nutshell, the conventional financial system run in a decentralized manner, utilizing blockchain technology, and it could involve using peer-to-peer lending between a borrower and a depositor, or it could use what Aave utilizes, which is a funding pool system. If you want more information about peer-to-peer and decentralized lending, this is a medium piece here. Everything you need to know about P2P loans by Lucas Wiesflecker. If we go back to the data here by DeFi Pulse, we can see Aave is in the top 5 lending platforms and up there with the likes of Maker and Compound. Enormous growth in the DeFi space and what should be promising times ahead for Aave and other projects. I want to draw your attention to the white paper, which is available via GitHub. The project was previously known as Ethlend, but then had a rebranding and then the launch of this white paper as of 2020. They now go by the current name. Something I want to mention, another major difference between the two is the Aave protocol migrated from a decentralized peer-to-peer strategy, as was the case with Ethlend, to this pool-based strategy. And a key advantage of having this is, so in a nutshell, lenders provide liquidity by depositing cryptos in a pooled contract. Simultaneously, in the same contract, the pooled funds can be borrowed by placing a collateral. As a basic explanation, a collateral is something that you use as a guarantee in the event that you can't pay off a loan by a certain date or that the terms are not met. Now, this white paper goes into further detail. I highly recommend going through this as your primary source of info. This is directly from the Aave team. Plenty of images and descriptions. It gives the best explanation of Aave and what they're trying to do. Another feature to address is in the form of flash loans, and I believe Aave pioneered this. In a nutshell, these are the first under-collateralized loans for DeFi. This is more tailored towards developers. These allow them to borrow instantly and easily, and there's no need for collateral, provided that the liquidity or the funds are returned to the pool within one transaction block. If the conditions are not met, the transaction is then reversed, and this ensures the safety of the funds in the reserve pool. From what I can see, this offers more flexibility for developers. I will mention there is a way you can make passive income by lending your crypto through Aave's protocol. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Something I'll add, some key use cases with flash loans include arbitrage, collateral swapping, self-liquidation, and many more. If we go back to the home page, click on the Aave marketplace. It gives you a selection of wallets, or you can continue without one if you prefer, but let's continue without one in the meantime. For those not looking at the screen, it gives you the overall market size of Aave and an assortment of cryptos starting with stable coins and the various APYs and the different rates for borrowing as well. From what I've observed so far, many of these are ERC20 tokens, but they're gradually expanding the list of assets supported through the Aave marketplace, the Uniswap as well. It'd be good to eventually have Bitcoin and some other assets on the list, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. I think it's great they're giving people this option to lend their funds to then make some money off that. At the time of recording this, there's Aave and Uniswap markets. Set market is coming shortly, but Aave has the largest selection of supported crypto assets through the marketplace. If you want to stay up to date with Aave news, they have a Medium blog in addition to the Twitter page. In regards to Twitter, I want to touch on a tweet from Stani Kulichov, who is the founder and CEO of Aave. A couple of weeks back, he made a post about something called native credit delegation. So it allows depositors to read reading the tweet, it says Aave depositors can delegate their credit lines. For example, Karen deposits an asset such as Tether to Aave and delegates a credit line to Chad, who draws funds such as Ethereum from Aave protocol. Thread of tweets, he gives you a rundown of what this involves, some of the benefits of having this, and any other relevant info in relation to CD. So I recommend checking that out and even following Stunny. Another thing, as Aave strives to create one of the best decentralized money market protocols, they have this bug bounty campaign. It says here, so we're calling on our community to help us find any bugs or vulnerabilities. Submit a bug here and earn a reward of up to $250,000 US. And for those not looking at the screen, there is a risk assessment table with the respective rewards based on the likelihood and severity of a bug or vulnerability. Before looking at ways to store and purchase Lend, in addition to my price analyses, let's have a look at some relevant Aave news. Returning to the Aave Medium blog page, some news last week, there's this piece titled Aave launches new features and listings. Touch on a few of these. It says here, new risk parameters, giving more freedom to users, new assets listed, the listing of Lend on Loopring, and a brand new fiat on-ramp for seamless fiat to yield experience. The last one should help increase the amount of adoption, or should at least encourage more people to get into the space and make it easier in the process. There's this from DeFi Rate. Aave unveils credit delegation for trusted under-collateralized loans, which I briefly discussed earlier. That's in relation to the tweet from Stunny. The next story from Brave New Coin, it's money being injected into the project by Parify Capital, investing $4.5 million. As a quick side note, Parify Capital is an alternative investment firm focused on blockchain and decentralized finance markets. It's good to see large companies getting behind Aave and DeFi in general. This from the block Crypto, Aave's growth accelerates as it continues to target the long tail. This is a paid piece from the block research, however they have plenty of free articles as well. The next article from Altcoin Buzz, Engine Coin is added to Aave DeFi protocol. This talks about the two collaborating to bring DeFi to the $100 billion gaming market. Some massive potential based on that. And the last article that I'll identify is from CoinDesk. First mover, 12-fold gains for Aave's Lend token might be more than DeFi hype. From the 13th of July, so last week. I haven't sought permission to go through this, so I'm just identifying the article. I encourage you to read through it in further detail. CoinDesk being one of the major crypto news outlets and one of the most reputable out there. Let's jump over to ways to purchase your Lend. You go to the exchanges section, it will tell you the major exchanges allowing you to purchase your tokens. Binance being by far the most popular choice. They, over the past 24 hours, account for about 85% of the trading volume. And there's also Buybox and Gates.io, alongside several lesser known ones as well. Interestingly, Coinbase, well, we saw earlier in the video, despite seeing this listed here as one of the connected wallets, this gives a good indication that they plan, well, that they will most likely list the crypto. We know there's quite a bit of mystery in terms of when they're going to list a crypto, because they constantly talk about exploring ideas. But if we go to a recent Coinbase blog piece, Coinbase continues to explore support for new digital assets. Explore support. I mean, it's a bit vague because we have no indication in terms of when or even if. For those who have been in the space for a while, we know that XRP, which is one of the top 5 cryptos, took a long time to be listed on the platform. We see Lend right at the top of this list. It will be interesting to see what happens towards the end of this year or perhaps early next year. Could possibly propel the price in relation to what is called the Coinbase effect, that phenomenon that when the asset is first listed on the exchange, its price skyrockets in value. See what happens in the near future. Moving on to ways to storing your crypto, or at least storing it offline in a secure manner via these hardware wallets. Ledger is one of the most popular choices and provides the most extensive support for various cryptos. Let's jump over to some supported cryptos. We type in Lend. For those, or as a quick side note, ERC20 tokens are those that run on the Ethereum network. They all fall into this category, which makes this easier when you want to store a vast number of them on, let's say, the Ledger Nano S, which only allows for about 3 to 6 apps at the same time. So supported wallets, Ledger Live, which is their in-house app, and I would say it's the most convenient choice. My Ether wallet, before Ledger Live, this was a very common alternative to viewing the crypto and making transactions through this platform. It's still used, but Ledger Live is the easiest choice and I would say the most user-friendly as well, although it's good to have this option. An alternative to Ledger is Trezor. If we jump over to their supported coins and tokens, it still has the old Ethland, and they've actually misspelt that they've got to update that. According to this, it's got support on both the Trezor 1 and the Model T. It is available via Trezor Beta, which is their version of Ledger Live, pretty much. The next one on the list, and I've only recently come across this, it's Kobo. I will say, please do your own research before committing to any hardware wallets. And I don't know for sure. I don't know exactly if it provides support for Lend tokens. I will say, based on this, it says support for 20 chains and more than 700 tokens. I don't know if that's supposed to be coins, but 700 tokens. Because Aave is an ERC20 token, as it is a major crypto, it should be listed here. I'm just giving you this option as an alternative to the others that I mentioned frequently. The next one, which does provide support for ERC20 tokens, it's Bitbox2, which is from Shift Crypto. It's a Swiss-made open source wallet. If we scroll down, Bitbox2, and it provides support for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and ERC20 tokens. More coins are planned in the future. Going back to my Ether wallet, if we click on this where it says access my wallet, selection of these where it says Ledger, Finny, Trezor, Bitbox, Secalot, KeepKey, and X Wallet, just giving you the rundown of some of the lesser known ones that you could use as an alternative, just to give you some more choices. Moving on to desktop wallets, I'm just going to identify a couple of websites which talk about various options I've previously mentioned, but there's CoinFunder, 22 best ERC20 wallets, and CoinSutra, top wallets to store ERC20 tokens. There is also this article, there's this Medium piece here on how to send ERC20 tokens using the MyCrypto desktop app and Ledger hardware wallet, step by step. The last thing in relation to this, now Exodus is a very popular choice. I will acknowledge it doesn't yet provide support for Lend. However, many other ERC20 tokens are listed here, so do keep an eye out for it. It is probably one of the most user-friendly wallets, which also has integration with Trezor hardware wallets. It will be useful to have more support for Lend and other ERC20 tokens available through all of these wallets and others. Now that's all been said, it's time for my Lend price analyses. For those who are new to my videos, I pick a hypothetical circulating supply that is plausible in future. What I have done, because this is very close to the current circulating and total supply, which is 1.299 billion Lend, I've picked this figure just for simplicity and for consistency throughout the video, or throughout my price analysis here, at least for the first one. Okay, before delving into the price targets I've got, let's do a quick summary of the relevant statistics. Today's price on the 21st of July 2020, it's approximately 33 cents per Lend with a circulating market cap of 427.1 million US dollars. The all-time high is at roughly 44 cents per Lend, which was set back in January 2018. But let's begin with the price targets. I've started conservatively here, $1 per Lend. That would be more than double the all-time high back. Based on this current trajectory and what is a meteoric rise in the price, or what we've experienced over the past 4 to 6 weeks, and I believe this is highly plausible. I don't give timeframes anymore. I haven't done so for a while, but based on current trends, I envisage this would happen pretty soon. This would equate to a $1.3 billion circulating market cap. So this is roughly a triple where we are now. If Aave, or the team behind the protocol, and the overall project continue to make improvements, which I assume they will, and gradually build more partnerships or get more cryptos added, or the marketplace. For the first two price targets, I generally include what I believe is a hypothetical overall crypto market cap. Because Lend's growth is outpacing that of many other cryptos, I would say overall market cap to be at $350 billion US, possibly less. That's assuming that we don't get any major crypto-wide bull run. Now, I will acknowledge there are other cryptos throughout the space that have done really well over the past 4 to 6 weeks. We've had VeChain, Cardano, Kyber Network, and some other DeFi projects or their respective cryptos have been benefiting as well. So let's see what happens in the coming months. $10 per Lend. Okay, a bit of a jump, but still plausible in my opinion. $13 billion in circulating market cap. As a general idea for some perspective, Ethereum is currently $27 billion in circulating market cap. So Lend would have to get to somewhere half of where Ethereum is now, just again for some perspective, assuming that constant improvements are being made, that more people, at this point you would need more people to have a better understanding of DeFi, to make this migration slowly from CeFi, what people call CeFi, CEFI, or centralized finance, to DeFi. I strongly believe it's a matter of when, not if, to embrace the technology. This is something truly groundbreaking, and it offers something more inclusive, whereby several people around the world, especially in developing countries, they're locked out of conventional lending because of banks denying them loans. Having this in a decentralized network and using blockchain technology, when you delve into this in further detail, it is amazing what is being offered with the technology and having this more open and transparent system without the need for a middleman. For this price target, I would assume we would be looking at a crypto market cap of over $1.2 trillion US. In spite of the amazing growth that we've experienced, very difficult to ascertain how quickly Lend will, or even if, hit this target, in addition to the other targets shown here as well. There are so many uncertainties and nothing is guaranteed with these price targets here. When you consider how far several established cryptos have come, notably Bitcoin and Ethereum, even XRP, and several others that have just skyrocketed in prices from their beginnings. Plenty of growth ahead in my opinion. $20 per Lend. That would be a $26 billion circulating market cap. At this point, we would need several marketplaces being run on the Aave protocol. But on top of this, what will be useful is having more integration with a wider range of hardware wallets. So furthermore, it would be useful to have a greater number of cryptocurrency exchanges. I anticipate Binance will probably be in this list, or alongside Coinbase. Considering its size and global reach, I believe this will be useful. Just as a reminder, for those who have just joined from the price predictions section, this is not an official Aave video, and these are just my own opinions. They may or may not agree with what I have to say. Do bear this in mind. Back to what I was saying, in a nutshell, to be able to potentially achieve the $20 per Lend target, they need to have a much bigger reach. And to their defense, the overall crypto space is still a nascent industry. Very few people know cryptos beyond Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe XRP. With better education and an understanding of DeFi and having these fiat on-ramps, there was the article earlier in the video that spoke about having better fiat on-ramps to purchase crypto. All of these things should help propel the price, not just for Lend, but cryptos across the space. Back to the prices. At this point as well, we should also consider potential competition. As we saw earlier, Aave is not the only competitor. This should be an impetus for everyone across the DeFi space to be as innovative and adaptive as possible. because considering the pace of change with technology, and what will be interesting to see is how banks and conventional financial institutions, the well-established ones, how they will adapt. This is all dependent on people adopting the technology, which once again, I believe is when, not if, especially as people see the benefits. And okay, there we go. $50 per lend, $65 billion in circulating market cap. This price would be wonderful, but to be pragmatic, we are still over 150 times away from ever possibly hitting this price. It's difficult to say how likely this is, once again, because we are so far away from this, and this is a very ambitious target and a huge sum of money. As time progresses, I'll probably review this in another 6 to 9 months, or at least see what the comments say down the track. Personally wouldn't hold my breath, but I plan to hold land for a long time, because even if the price were to plummet, I just want to go back to the prices just to reinforce the point I'm about to make. It just goes to show why you should never give up on a crypto. Unless if it's a scam, then in that case, take your money and run for the hills. In brief, to share my experience, I got in at about, 10 or 11 cents. I saw the price drop, and then I said to myself, I'm going to let this run. Even when it went down to less than a cent, it got down as low as 0.3 of a cent. And you could see a fairly lengthy period there of the price being so low that many people would be skeptical. I've said this before in previous videos. I'm going to say it again. If you invest what you're willing to lose and you diversify, you are less likely to touch the money. Because if you go all out on something because of fear or panicking, you are most likely to take the funds out. This was a small capped crypto, and even compared to many others, this is still considered a relatively small capped crypto. Chuck it in, leave it, and see what happens. If, again, this is not financial advice, please make sure to do your own research and use your own judgment. Tiny amount, let's see what happens. If any crypto has demonstrated this, especially over the past 12 months, it is definitely lend, without a shadow of a doubt. Another thing I'll mention, usually I have a little line for that, where I say, how likely is it for the price of lend to drop to $0 per token? Do you think the project will fail in the end? I personally doubt this is going to happen. I look at the team behind the project. They're very professional. They're keeping the community engaged. The bug bounty as well. They are willing to reward people who are interested in improving the protocol and making fixes. If you've benefited from a bug bounty, or you know someone who has, feel free to share your thoughts and any feedback if you're willing to. These are my thoughts for the respective price targets. But before we wrap up, what I generally do, as many people envisage a world where fiat currencies will become less relevant, so the US dollar, euro, yen, so on and so forth, and cryptos begin to dominate, well, what I've done, I've compared the price of lend relative to Bitcoin. I've chosen Bitcoin considering its size, and it is still number one based on circulating market cap, whether you like that or not. But you can easily substitute Bitcoin with any other crypto, making a comparison between lend and another crypto, having the potential future value relative to, let's say with Bitcoin, X number of Satoshis at these specified price points here. Again, these are all hypothetical. I won't go through that, but you get the gist. And what do you think overall about these price analyses and any relevant information I've covered so far? Before we finish the video, as usual, a quick market update, courtesy of Coin Paprika, and here are the prices as of 1:46 p.m. on Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2020 UTC. Bitcoin at roughly $9,400, Ethereum at $243, XRP just below 20 cents, Cardano at 12 cents, Litecoin $43.87, Chainlink $7.42, Tezos $2.91, Stellar at just below 10 cents, Monero $71 per XMR, and going down the list, VeChain at just under 2 cents, Cosmos $3.94, IOTA 26 cents per MIOTA, Dash just below $71, Zcash or Zcash $61.80, BAT at 26 cents, Kyber Network, that's another DeFi related crypto, $1.63. Algorand has had a very good week, just below 35 cents. I know that's a crypto that's very common with staking. And in regards to staking, one of my upcoming videos we'll be talking about using a crypto to help run the network, which is essentially what staking is. So do stay tuned for that. And that is a wrap for the video. What are your thoughts about Aave, the partnerships, the marketplace, the news that I've covered in the video? There we go, DeFi, all of that jazz. I look forward to your feedback. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and follow the channel if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos. Share this with anyone who you believe will benefit from this content or is just getting involved in crypto. If you have something to say, you are more than welcome to leave your feedback in the comments section. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Stay safe and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks and see you later. Bye.